I raised the roof of my school bus by 16 inches while turning it into my full-time home. It turned out really great and it gave me a bunch more headroom, but now I have to finish up and put some walls in, so stick around to see the end product. The first step was drilling out all my holes to rivet through, which added up to about 2,000 individual holes, and honestly I felt like I went through just as many drill bits to do this job. With all my holes drilled, I was ready to throw my first sheet up on the back of the bus. I was using 18 gauge galvanized steel sheeting for the entire exterior. Now the reason I started at the back of the bus was so the following sheets would overlap going toward the rear to minimize the possibility of water getting through the laps. Now we were on kind of a time crunch with the rain coming in at the end of the week, so the objective was to get each sheet up and riveted across the top and to come back and do the rest of the riveting later on. Now one of the biggest challenges was making sure that each rivet was set as tightly as possible, which was difficult since some holes were expanding too large for the rivets to fit into, but we were able to find some solutions to ensure everything sat watertight. We settled on a typewriter style of riveting where we would go and rivet one line down the length of the bus and then go back to the beginning to repeat the process until we got to the bottom. And this strategy not only proved to be more efficient, but it also gave us a much higher quality end product. Saturday came along and it was the last day before the rain came in, so I needed to get an entire side done in one day. So I went at it solo. It took me about 9 hours to put up and rivet each sheet along the driver's side, but honestly this wouldn't have taken me as long, but I made 4 different trips to Home Depot for some drill bits and other tools that I needed to complete it. With the rain come and gone, we were able to get out there and after the rest of the riveting and work on the front cap, which honestly turned out to be the hardest part of this project by a mile. Getting that piece to hold in place and curve around the sides almost brought me to tears, but we were able to get it up and secure by the end of the day. With the front cap done, that completed the final step of the roof raise and it was officially done. It turned out a lot better than I could have hoped for, and it makes standing inside so much more comfortable. So let me know what you think. If you want to see a full detailed process, make sure to go check out my YouTube where I'm doing a full build series. Next, I'll be moving inside the bus to start the next step in my conversion process, which is installing an insulated subfloor system.